Parkour in Assassin's Creed has had its ups and downs, from RPG titles downgrading its essence to Mirage's attempt at recapturing the magic. Now Shadows promises a complete overhaul with bold new mechanics designed to redefine the experience. But will this evolution finally deliver the parkour overhaul fans have been waiting for? Let me explain. The first major change in Shadow's movement system is the introduction of the prone mechanic, which required some key adjustments to be implemented as well. This means that the crouch button, which is now also used to transition into the prone position, has swapped places with the dodge button. This simple change has deeper implications than it first seems, as dodge is now woven into the parkour system to enable a range of new moves. I'll explain it later in the video. Classic parkour up and down mechanics make their return in Shadows with notable upgrades. Firstly, Yasuke and Naoi have distinct playstyles. While Naoi is quicker and can leap higher to bridge gaps with ease, Yasuke is much slower. Secondly, players can now dodge near ledges to seamlessly transition into parkour down mechanic. This opens up unique traversal options like Naoi's acrobatic descents or Yasuke's heavier drops. The parkour down mechanic also introduces two distinct modes, with and without players' directional input. Using a directional input prompts Naoi to execute stylish, precise animations, putting players in full control over her movesets. Meanwhile, jumps from heights now allow for an Eigen recovery, which reduces impact and muffles noises, perfect for avoiding enemy detection. By the way, if you missed it, I have covered Shadow's other gameplay overhauls in the video linked above. Be sure to check it out. Thankfully, the wall eject mechanic is another returning feature, giving us more freedom to choose which surfaces to climb while scaling buildings. Other than that, if Naoi's back is toward a surface, pressing parkour down triggers a backward dodge, letting her roll effortlessly over an edge and land quietly. From taller structures, this move transitions into a ledge grab, requiring additional input to drop down or climb back up. These subtle yet impactful changes give players greater control and fluidity in their movement. However, that's not all, since there are even more interesting new additions to parkour that I will get into next. But if you're a fan of the series' movement mechanics, make sure to subscribe to the channel, since in an upcoming video I'll analyze the parkour system across the entire Assassin's Creed franchise. Moving on, the most important addition to Shadow's movement system is the integration of character stances into parkour. For instance, sprinting into the crouch stance triggers a fluid knee slide, transitioning the character seamlessly into the crouch mode. But switching to the prone stance mid-sprint takes it even further. The character dives to the ground, coming to a full stop in the prone position, reminiscent of Metal Gear Solid 5 or Helldivers 2. This isn't just a gimmick, it hints at how advanced Shadow's movement system truly is. Speaking of sprinting, stances aren't the only game-changer mechanic here. Dodging during a sprint now activates the sprint dodge, a dynamic dive roll that lets Naoi evade the incoming attacks while leaping fences, windows, and other small obstacles. This same move can also be used for jumping from high points. However, without the recovery roll, it can become risky, since it can result in heavy fall damage if not executed carefully. The sprint mechanic also features automated passovers for Naoi, where she vaults over the mentioned low obstacles in a smooth and flashy manner. But there's a trade-off. Enemies can still land projectiles on her when performing this move, so you gotta use it more carefully. Yasuke, on the other hand, brings raw power to the table. While sprinting, he can activate a shoulder bash to break through destructible barriers and things that would generally block Naoi. When it comes to smaller, non-destructible obstacles, he performs automated passovers too, though a bit less elegantly than Naoi. Another exciting addition is the grappling hook, which adds a whole new dimension to parkour. Now we can use it to swing across wide gaps or climb otherwise unreachable points. Players can even control the swing's momentum, allowing for creative traversal options. What's more, the hook isn't limited to swinging, since now we can ascend or descend it as needed. Perhaps the most intriguing feature though is the synergy between the grappling hook and wall running. Now we can sprint toward an unclimbable wall, run up its surface, and launch her grappling hook at the apex to latch onto an unreachable ledge. This mechanic extends her vertical reach without compromising parkour or immersion. However, unlike the RPG Creed titles where the protagonists often felt like Spider-Man, Naoi and Yasuke are limited to surfaces with physical handholds. The developers promised that there would be lots of carefully crafted parkour challenges throughout the game, so the combination of these design choices restores the intricacy and challenge of parkour, ensuring that traversal feels grounded and rewarding once more. Moreover, this game will feature cities like Kyoto and Osaka, making full use of parkour mechanics. Additionally, there will be hidden trails that serve as extensive puzzle platforming challenges to test our skills within the game world. With these revamped mechanics and thoughtful limitations, it's absolutely clear that Ubisoft Quebec has finally evolved Assassin's Creed's parkour with Shadows, ensuring its world is built to be a playground for parkour enthusiasts. So what do you think about Shadows' new parkour system? Does it live up to your expectations, or were you hoping for something different? Share your thoughts in the comments below.